Hi guys, it's Mark. Today we're checking out my dream gaming / editing PC with a stunning white RTX 5080. This is going to be going into my new gaming / editing setup I'm building really soon. The hype is real and I'm so excited. I'm just waiting for my new 200cm desk and I have an OLED already here to set up as well. But today's main attraction is this next level case, the AIR 5400. I'll start off by saying this case looks so good. The AIR 5400 has me really motivated to start my new setup since I can't stop wondering what it's going to look like in the end. I was sent this case last Friday, but I couldn't bring myself to rush the video. I just needed to do this case justice. Building inside the AIR 5400 has been so much fun and the end result looks so clean. So the AIR 5400 looks good, but that's just scratching the surface. Inside the case has an interesting layout due to its unique triple chamber design. There's a main chamber with 6 fans all working together to expel hot air from your GPU straight out of the case. I love the design and it's going to be perfect for when I'm rendering out long videos to keep temps in check. The second chamber is what really makes this case so appealing. It's used to house your AIO radiator with a max size of 360mm. The chamber isn't completely closed off. Corsair have left some room to route cables, but it's close enough. Triple 120mm fans at the front suck cold air in and expel hot air straight out of the side of the case. There's a massive hole in the side of the case so air can escape and it looks nuts. I added an LED light bar to highlight the second chamber where the rag goes and it creates a real nice effect. I also added 2 more LED light bars to the top and bottom of the main chamber, which works really well with the Tron theme. The third chamber behind the motherboard isn't as exciting. It houses the PSU, cables, hard drives and any SSDs you may install, although I will say there's so much room in this compartment. I didn't go mad with the cable management, but it shows how easy building inside this case can be. If we take a look at the case from the front, I love how both sides have really defined curved edges. The symmetry is on point. Is there a case with 2 curved tempered glass side panels? That would look so good. The tempered glass side panels open up like a set of French doors. It makes access to the inside so much easier. Both doors feel so premium. The main glass panel doesn't quite line up tight to the chassis, but that might be by design to ensure the glass doesn't catch. Regardless, the hinge design and chassis are both sturdy and robust. All of the other panels can easily be removed as well. The front right side panel has a filter built into it, and once removed it completely exposes the front 120mm fans. I love the design and it will make cleaning my radiator and fans much easier compared to if it was top mounted. Looking at the main chamber, there's 3 triple 120mm fans that come pre-installed. I put another setup at the top and the end result looks so clean and symmetrical. I added a single 120mm fan at the rear of the case, but that's optional. Mounting my liquid cooler in this case was so easy. I enjoyed figuring out the best orientation for the CPU block while trying to keep the tubing out of sight. You will have to remove the clear plastic divider, but the end result is a real showpiece. This case allows the tubing to go straight upwards, leaving my DDR5 clearly visible instead of having tubing in the way. It couldn't look any better in my opinion. I added a Tron GIF to the LCD display, which really completes the look. One part of this case I'm not completely sold on yet is the airflow ducts. There's one at the top and one at the bottom of the case. I can see why they've been used to not only direct airflow directly up to the GPU and out, but also to keep hot air from spilling into another compartment. Does it work? Well, temps on both the CPU and GPU were the same either way. What does help though is the separate chambers. Temps are 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lower compared to my last case. Maybe there would be even more of a noticeable difference on a card that didn't have such great cooling, or if it was overclocked to an inch of its life. To vertically mount a GPU in this case, you will need to pick up an aftermarket bracket. I might get one, although the bottom duct will have to be removed for any chance of vertically mounting a GPU this size. Plus the card has thermal putty instead of pads, so I'm a bit dubious about side mounting this card long term. Regardless, imagine it vertical, those lights from the 3 fans would fit the Tron look of this build so well. Now let's check out all of the other parts that power this insane build. There's a total of 10 fans inside this case. They all can link together and be powered by one single hub. I used another RGB hub, 2 in total, as it means there's less visible cables inside the main chamber. As for my CPU liquid cooler, it has an LCD screen and I downloaded some Tron GIFs to match the overall theme of my build. This build has 32GB of dominator titanium paired with a light enhancement kit. The kit is a great way of filling out the 2 remaining DIMM slots, and I made this awesome Tron effect in IQ. Overall, it's a more cost-friendly option rather than paying for 64GB that isn't needed for gaming and can add extra latency. Corsair very kindly sent these out, and so far they haven't disappointed. I have included in this build an Ergo ARGB 24-pin extension cable, which has this cool effect that looks like loads of little Tron ships flying along. The cable is compatible with most lighting software, and I have mine plugged into my motherboard's ARGB header and control the LED lighting with Gigabyte software. As for the motherboard, I'm using the Gigabyte B860 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7 ICE. My CPU is an Intel Ultra 7, and in games the Ultra 7 pushes well past 5 GHz and it beats my current 9700X in games, and it's extremely quick for editing, and I'm really looking forward to using this beast a little bit more. As for noise levels, this PC is super quiet, mainly due to the case's layout. With IQ set to balanced, here's how the PC sounds at idle. There wasn't much point in recording that, but here's the build under full load. Whoa, compared to my old case, this is a noticeable difference. I guess having the radiator mounted around the back of the case keeps the fan noises down. During testing, my CPU never hit above 60 degrees Celsius, around 55 average. I'm extremely happy with the results from the Intel Ultra 7 and the case. This case is a keeper as it performs so well. Right everyone, what do you like about this build, and what's your most disliked part? Would you pick up a case like the Air 5400? I normally rip my PCs apart to do more builds for content, but there's no way I'm touching this stunning machine. It will be used every day to help me make content and play the latest and greatest games out there. And I can finally retire my 3950X build. I've been using that for about 5 years. I still have to wait for a desk to arrive, but my whole editing setup is getting stripped out, and my greatest ever gaming setup is about to be built. Stay tuned for that. My name's Mark from SilencedTech.